So there we go, my friends. Beautiful yam punch. Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And thank you very much for stopping by. My name is Chef Adrian Morris, and you're watching Morris Time Cooking.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
We're outside, you see grilling at the background. You know the thing go. Just go up on the road and spot some nice yellow yam. I'm going to say, yo, give me 2 pounds of that because we need to make some punch. You know the thing go. We're going to make some yellow yam punch. So you know we have a bingo. Speaking of how the thing go, I want to shout out our sponsor of today's video, Ding. And if you don't know who Ding is, I'm not talking about the dancer, but I'm talking about the mobile top-up app service that you can use to send your family and friends credit here in Jamaica. So download the Ding app. You see me, I say if you're a first-time user, you can use my code CHEF75 to get your first 75% off when sending credit. You see me? So if you send $10,000 credit to your loved ones, you're only paying $2,500, which converts to about 18 US dollars or 20 Canadian dollars, right? Just for reference. You see me, I say? So yeah, don't miss out on this one-time offer to get them some credit. You don't know this time I go on and nothing no worse like when we can't hear from our loved ones. You see me, I say? So tap them up with some credit using Ding, and the code will be down below in the description as well as the pinned comment section. Let's get right into the yam punch now, man. Well, speaking of yam punch, remember I have a video out on the punch, aka Vibes Cartel, the peanut punch, and then we have some breadfruit punch, and we also have that pumpkin punch. And today I'm gonna give you some yam punch, aka the Rasta man thing. So let's get right into the kitchen. So to kickstart the punch, the first thing you want to do, because you're working with yam, you don't want to get your hands stained. So get a little bit of oil or rub up the hand to prevent our hands from becoming stained. Next thing, you want to get some water handy. So you get some water, you're going to add a little bit of lime juice to the water, right? You add that lime juice to the water, not too much because you don't want the yam to taste like lime. Just so the yam doesn't oxidize, that means become brown. You don't want the yam to brown and ugly. Use a bag and you're gonna peel. So you know what? I'm gonna save back a piece of this yam just for garnishing purposes. See that, man? Nice and rich yellow yam. Let's go. You wanna peel this not too deep because you don't wanna waste this, you know. Water is on the stove. So we set on about 6 cups of water and we'll put that to boil. Alright? Peel that, as I said, not too deep because you don't want to waste anything. Look at this yam. Pretty perfect yam. This is 2 pounds and a little bit. So I just cut off the little bit so I can use that for garnishing afterwards, right? And we have here 2 pounds remaining. Yeah, man. Yam punch. Oh my days. And you have that lime water waiting, or you can use lemon just so nothing doesn't. You see how this part, because when I got it on the street, they cut it. You realize right here is a little bit brown. You call that oxidized. You don't want the rest of the yam to look like that. So that's why we have the water ready and waiting. So cut that off. You know, cut that off, and then now cut off the rest of this, trim it up. So we just cut that into nice pieces so it can cook quickly. Yeah, man. We're gonna add that now to our water. Gonna give that a nice wash to remove all the excess dirt and to prevent it from getting brown, aka oxidizing. See that? You wash off all of that gunk. Pour all of that off and rinse. See, it's important you have that oil on your hands so it doesn't become stained from the yam. Wash it nice and clean. You know what I mean? Alright. Strain that off. Gonna add our yam pieces now. Right into our boiling water. Give that a stir. No salt, you don't have to add any salt to this. Right? You don't have to add any salt. But you can if you want to, like a quarter teaspoon. So we're gonna cover this up and we're gonna allow it to cook for about 20 to 25 minutes or until fork tender. Look at that. Bubbling nicely. You want to give it a stir for the first few minutes just so they don't stick to the pot, right? Oh, look at that. No browning, no oxidization. Looking beautiful. Honestly, I'm going to eat a piece of this when it's done cooking with some butter. Can't put the whole light in a punch there. Not too pretty, yeah, man. Here we go, here we go. Look at that. Yam boiled nicely. See that? Beautiful piece of yam. Nice fork tender. But, you know, as I said before, I have to taste a piece. Drop some in my yellow dish. This dish is older than me and you, trust me. You see how much burns it got through? Yeah. I need 2 pieces of this yellow yam. Get some butter. Come on, man. Come on, people. This yam is so good it can eat by itself, my friends. Yeah, man. You know about dumpling and butter. Yam and butter. Look at that. Look at that. Pour off the hot liquid. And because I want to blend it right away, we're going to cool that down with some water. In the meantime, you can cut these so they cool down quicker. And cut them a bit smaller so they're easy to blend, right? And you may be asking, so why didn't cut them as small from the cooking process? If you cut them too small, they're going to break up and become like thick. So the liquid is going to be too thick. So we keep them in nice chunks, big enough to cook evenly, but not too small where it becomes too thick of a liquid and it doesn't cook properly. Right? Because the smaller it is, more starch it produces. All right. We're gonna allow that to cool down for about 5 or so minutes. All right, so here we have it. We have the cooked yam, and I put these to cool down nicely. Now we're gonna blend them out. To add that into our blender cup, because I have a smaller blender, so I'm gonna go in with about quarter the amount, so 3 to 4 times to get everything blended. I didn't use the water that we boil the yam in because we have too much starch in that water, right? So throw that off, get some fresh water. I have about 2.5 cups. I'm gonna add a little bit in here just so we can get this blended. All right, I'm gonna give that a blend until smooth. See how nice and smooth that is. Pour that off. Look at that. Look at that. So we're gonna go in with the remainder of the yam. So the first thing I'm gonna go in it, some supplement. You know supplement is the Jamaican thing, right? Yeah, it open like a Pepsi, so. A supplement is a Pepsi. But the supplement, this is what? 290 ml. I'm gonna go in the entire can. Some Irish moss. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Bringing some real flavor. Gonna go in with some dragon stout. You can use Guinness if that's your favorite drink. Dragon stout is my favorite drink, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm gonna go in with half the amount of this dragon stout. I don't know, more want something to drink, right? So half the amount. We have some condensed milk. Oh. I'm going to be using up 3/4 of this can of milk, or you can use the entire can or less depending on how sweet you like your beverage, right? Add a little bit of vanilla. I'm going to go into about a 1/4 teaspoon, nothing too crazy. Alright, so whenever time I'm making my drink, especially something that will upset your stomach, you need to use a little bit of salt, and this also helps to balance out the sweetness because you're adding milk and everything. The salt will let it be that nice smooth thing on the palate. About a 1/4 teaspoon, nothing crazy. So nutmeg, just a pinch, and if you're grating it, just a little bit. So just a pinch of nutmeg and literally a pinch of cinnamon powder. Nothing too crazy because these things will become bitter if you put too much in there. Last but not least, you're going to add some white rum. This is optional, you know, but the white rum just kind of put it over the edge. Going to about an ounce or two, nothing too crazy. Let's mix that out. Alright, so we're just going to strain that off because we don't want all of that lump. So yeah, this is what I don't want, right? All that lump because my blender stopped working. I'm going to give that a second strain just to make sure we get rid of all imperfection. Alright, I'm going to grab some ice cubes. As I said, you can put this in the fridge, let it chill nicely. That way you get the fullness of the drink. So here we go, some ice cube. I'm going to pour a drink over. Beautiful. I said, there we go, my friends. Beautiful yam punch. Yeah. All of my hard labor in the sun, I go buy the yam. Just need a little bit more milk, but as I said, you can sweeten it to your tolerance. You get my thought from? But nice, refreshing, smooth, it's not too thick. Pinky cock off, you know, so nah, man. Just need a little bit more milk in there. All good to go. Make sure you try out this drink. And there you go, how to make your very own yam punch here on Morris Time Cooking. Do remember to check out Ding. Enter code CHEF75 for 75% off your first mobile top-up order. Yes, may I say? Yeah, man. Link will be in the description as well as the pinned comment section. Leave a thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment below. And say if you love my vibe, don't forget to hit subscribe. Jano, try it out at home. You won't be disappointed. Once again, thank you very much for watching. You see, until next time, safe travel upon the gravel. And go and big up on yourself.